Just a quick one, guys, before we get into today's video. We have released our July drop. We have the Liverpool Originals t-shirts, along with the We've Conquered All of Europe t-shirts. Do browse the new collection by going down into the link in the description or going to copyclothing.com. Anyway, let's get into today's video. And hello everybody, welcome back to the channel, guys. I hope you're all well. Before we do get into today's video, as always, please do smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for daily Liverpool content. Guys, we're trying to get to 50,000 subscribers by the end of July, so if you haven't already hit the big red button, please consider doing so, as it really does help us out. And of course, we'll keep you on the straight and narrow of everything with regards to Liverpool Football Club this summer. Okay, in today's video, guys, we're going to be discussing some transfer news as a new sort of centre-back target has emerged. We're going to be going through the Romeo Lavia latest, and we're also going to be going through the sort of state of play for pre-season as Liverpool return back to action in 2 days' time. So yeah, let's start with sort of Romeo Lavia first. And basically, there has been sort of conflicting reports over the last couple of days, and I did sort of talk about James Pearce from the Athletics report with regards to Romeo Lavia, and basically a lot of people now stating that it is sort of conflicting and that doesn't mean that Liverpool aren't going to be going in for the player. Paul Joyce for Fabrizio Romano have stated on many occasions that Liverpool are trying to pursue Romeo Lavia and is a player that they want to try and negotiate a deal for. Now, James Pearce yesterday said that it would take £50 million for Liverpool to sort of price him away from Southampton. However, I don't think Southampton have the sort of bargaining chips, and if Liverpool are the only team in for the player, then I think a deal for around £40 million is completely fair. But from my understanding, Liverpool are very much still in the race for Romeo Lavia this summer and is likely to be signing number 3. Another thing that James Pearce said as well is that Liverpool, of course, aren't going to buy a third midfielder until they bring another one in. And again, I just said yesterday, I did think that is a bit BS. I do think Liverpool do need 3 midfielders regardless, and certainly a defensive midfielder, as there's one lacking. There's just Fabinho, and I think, as I say, Romeo Lavia at 19 years old would be a great sort of prospect to sort of fill in his shoes in a couple of years' time, ease him into the team over time, Premier League proven and all the rest of it. So I do think very much Liverpool will be going for Romeo Lavia this summer transfer window, and I think, as I said, in the background, the club are working on a deal. Now, moving on to the sort of centre-back position, and Liverpool, regardless of what happens with regards to incomings and outgoings, are going to be signing another centre-back, preferably a left-sided centre-back. And basically, there was a shortlist that emerged a couple of weeks ago, and at the top of that list was Mickey van der Ven, who plays for Wolfsburg, and also with the sort of sporting director of Liverpool in Jorge Schmadtke, the links were sort of apparent. Jurgen Klopp was a huge fan of the player as well, and it did seem Liverpool would make a move. However, they didn't, and Tottenham Hotspur have sort of completed the deal, if you like, for the player. So now attention turns to other targets. Jurgen Timber was another player, of course, that was on the short list for Liverpool as well, but he looks as though he's going to be going to Arsenal after Fabrizio Romano confirmed that everything was sort of a done deal. Now that sort of turns our attention to who are Liverpool going to be going in for now. Well, it's not like the midfield position where there's been a sort of loads of names with regards to potential centre-back signings. However, now it does look like Liverpool are monitoring Levi Colwill's situation. Now, Levi Colwill, of course, plays for Chelsea. Brighton is said to have him at the top of their sort of transfer wish list this summer. However, Chelsea are sort of reluctant to sell, and Brighton are unlikely to sort of match a price that Chelsea would see fit. Basically, Brighton now have turned their attention to Ajax Amsterdam centre-back Calvin Bassey and are no longer in the race for Levi Colwill. But it is said Liverpool are keeping a watchful eye on the situation and have inquired multiple times with regards to availability for the player. They do see if there's a hint of a possibility this summer that the England Under-21 International will become available. Liverpool will make that move. Colwill was a left-sided centre-back and could slot perfectly alongside Virgil van Dijk and Kanate at the back. As I said, he is a just 20 years old. He fits the profile of what Jurgen Klopp's looking for. And again, another player that has Premier League experience. Again, what Liverpool are looking for as well. But as I said, Liverpool do have a decent history of nabbing Chelsea youngsters, and they've all went on to do fairly well. So this could be an interesting one to watch. But as I said, Liverpool are sort of turning their attention to Levi Colwill in that sort of centre-back position. And if there is a hint that Chelsea want to sell, Liverpool will pounce and make a move for the player. That comes from a couple of transfer sources, including David Lynch. So that's all I've really got for you today with regards to sort of signings, just to wrap up, or transfer news if you like. Of course, Liverpool are in the market sort of for a left-sided centre-back, as we know, and Levi Colwill is someone they're monitoring very, very closely. And conflicting reports around Romeo Lavia are kind of untrue, and Liverpool are still interested in the player despite there being a sort of €50 million price tag. Liverpool are confident that they can get a deal for cheaper than that, and as I said, are still interested and are potentially lining up a move for the player. So away from sort of transfer news, going into the actual football. Yes, football has. We've been deprived of it in June, really, in July. However, if you've been keeping a watchful eye on the England Under-21 European Championships, England last night got to the final. Now, Liverpool has some players, of course, a part of the side in the names of Curtis Jones, who played 88 minutes yesterday. And obviously, Harvey Elliott has been a part of the squad as well, but hasn't really been playing. And I think that was actually explained, but he did play 25 minutes yesterday in the win. Now, England, of course, go into the final and will take on Spain, who beat Ukraine yesterday also. So England versus Spain in the final of the European Under-21 Championships. Curtis Jones and Harvey Elliott both playing a part in the victory yesterday. So fair play to them. Well done to them. And it just seems to think that Liverpool back in pre-season in 2 days' time. They're still playing football. It's absolutely mental. For under-21 championships as well, I'm not going to disgrace it because I think it's a bit disrespectful. But for these young lads to be playing a full season with their clubs, now still not finished yet, and meant to be reporting to pre-season on July 8th, is absolutely mental. And just goes to show how much football these people were playing for. I'm not going to say a meaningless tournament, but it is kind of meaningless in the sense of it's under 21s and it's not the sort of actual national team. You could say, oh, if it was the European Championships for England, then yeah, there was a lot more care behind it. But they're playing this, and then they've got to go again. So very, very weird. But anyway, lastly, ladies and gentlemen, you haven't got to wait long for Liverpool to return. Guess who's back? Yes, Liverpool are back to pre-season on the 8th of July. 2 more days and you should be getting your Liverpool sort of fix of the players, getting a look at the first wave of players coming through. For those of you that love the new signings, they won't be in until a week later. It's just the first wave, the ones that weren't involved in international football. But July 8th, they return back to action. So yeah, keep an eye on that. I'll keep you up to date with everything as we sort of go into this one. But yeah, a great period of time. Liverpool also in action, and just before you know it, the Premier League season will start again. We're probably a month out now, just over a month out now from the start of the Premier League campaign. Really, really exciting stuff, isn't it? Anyway, Liverpool fans, do let me know your thoughts on Levi Colwill. Is he a player that you would want the club to pursue? And would you be happy the signing if the club just signed Levi Colwill and Romeo Lavia this summer? Those two options, yes or no? Let me know down there in the comment section below. That brings us to the end of today's video. As always, please do smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for daily Liverpool content. Remember, we have Liverpool t-shirts available on our website, so do browse the new collection by going down into the link in the description or going to copyclothing.com. Thank you guys, and I'll see you all next time. Take care. Peace.